8 hours of sleep is bullshit. I've been up since 5:25, which is the time I've woken up every single morning for the past couple of weeks. And if you don't believe me, you can check my Instagram story where I post my morning push-ups outside every single solitary morning. But I've been averaging like 4 or 5 hours of sleep per night. And when that alarm clock goes off every single morning, I don't feel great. But after I finish my morning routine, which consists of making my bed, dunking my head in a sink full of freezing cold water, which it's not like Ashton Hall. I don't have any Saratoga water. But after I do that, I journal for 5 minutes and then I go outside and I do my 50 push-ups, like I said before. And all of that takes me about 20 to 25 minutes to complete. And after I do those four things, I always feel amazing. And it's because no matter how I feel entering my morning routine, I always exit it in the exact same way, which is in a high frequency state, which allows me to attack the rest of my day. And then I immediately go into 45 minutes to an hour of cardio on that treadmill right over there off screen. And I also do that every single day, which is not my workout for the day, by the way. It's my first of two workouts because exercising first thing in the morning leads to blood oxidation, which results in an elevated state of frequency so that by the time I'm done with it, I'm going to be even more laser focused in and even more aligned with my goals that I want to accomplish for that day. But I didn't get 8 hours of sleep last night. And quite frankly, I don't think I've gotten 8 hours of sleep a single day that I've been waking up since 5:25. But I'm going to continue doing it for months and months and months on end without missing a single day. And if you don't believe me, like I said, you can check my Instagram stories where I post my morning push-ups every single morning at 5:50 or 5:55 in the morning, which will prove to you that I'm living out what I preach day in and day out. But the reason I'm making this video is because you guys are focused on the wrong shit. You listen to people who are making so much money and are in such a comfortable position that they forgot what it took to get them there. You think because you see all these gurus online telling you that you need 8 hours of sleep, that if you don't, it means you can sacrifice the work that you need to do to get to where you want to go. But you in the position that you're in right now, you don't even know what hard work and discipline is yet. And you're worried about getting 8 hours of sleep? The concept of 8 hours of sleep is bullshit because it's taken out of context and it's applied in the wrong way. I used to think that if I go to bed at 2 in the morning and wake up at 10 a.m., I'm fine because I got my 8 hours of sleep in, but that's not how it works. It's all about your circadian rhythm. There's a reason that when you go to bed at 2 and you wake up at 10, you still feel like shit in the morning. It's because your circadian rhythm is off. It's not about the quantity of hours that you sleep. It's about the consistency of your sleep schedule as well as the hours before midnight. Now, don't get me wrong. Is 8 hours of sleep optimal? Abso-fucking-lutely. But since when do you have to be optimal before you've gotten any fucking results yet? Just because you've made a little bit of money or you've accomplished some of your goals, it doesn't mean you need to start trying to optimize everything. I try to be as optimal as possible, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, since I had to stay up till 12 to work, I guess I have to break my non-negotiable and wake up at 8 instead of 5. It doesn't fucking work like that. If I didn't manage my time properly and I have to stay up till 1 in the morning to work, that's on me. But guess what? That alarm is still going off and I'm still getting up at 5:25 whether I like it or not. You're worried about the wrong shit. You need to worry about doing the actual work, pushing yourself and putting yourself under stress to see what you're actually capable of instead of trying to make everything easier on yourself. I hear guys like, well, if I don't get 8 hours, I don't feel great. Good! That means you get to work hard without feeling great. So imagine what it's like when you do feel great. It's not fucking rocket science, bro. You need to train your mind to do the things that you need to do while feeling like shit because it's part of the fucking game. You signed up for this. You chose to not live a normal life by telling yourself one day that you were going to work on developing yourself every single day. But if you want to go live a boring ass life, have someone tell you what to do for the rest of your life, have a shitty ass physique, marry a 3 out of 10 woman that you got from your hometown because it's the best you could get away with, not be able to provide for yourself and your family, and be a shell of the man that you know you have the potential to become, then fine, be my guest. Go get your 8 hours of sleep, even though you have your little chub hanging over the waistline of your fucking pants. Go ahead, be my guest. But if you want to be that guy, you need to be able to train your mind to have the ability to wake up at 5 every single morning, whether you like it or not. The last job I had, I worked on a boat and I would work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. And the days we would get off early would still be like 7 or 8 p.m. And I would get home from work and create Instagram reels because that's what I would do before making videos like this where I would show my face. But I would do that for a couple of hours, schedule all of them for the next day because I had no service on the boat while I was at work. And I would go to bed at like 11 or 12. And then I would still be up at 4 in the morning every single morning so I could train before going to work. And if you don't believe me, you can scroll all the way down to some of my first videos where I recorded them in my car at 6 in the morning in the pitch black on my drive to work because I wasn't satisfied with my life. And I'm still not. I don't care that I made a little bit of money. I don't care that I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I love each and every single one of you. Don't get me wrong. But money and subscribers is not a reflection of how successful you are. Because if you aren't successful in your mind, you can have 10 mil in the bank and 10 million followers on social media. But if you still have a shitty physique, you're still going to be ugly to all these women because they can obviously tell that you're slacking in one particular area in your life. You need to be a well-rounded man. It's why you see some of these celebrities put a fucking bullet in their head. They look in the mirror and their fat rolls are hanging over their fucking belt buckle and their wife and their kids don't respect that shit. Oh, look at dad. He's 40 years old and 50% body fat and still watches porn. Like, no wonder you're fucking depressed. There are grown-ass men out here, and you might be one of them, in your 20s, 30s, and 40s that are dealing with problems that 15-year-old boys are dealing with. What the fuck is wrong with you? It doesn't matter how rich you are financially if you're not rich in your mind and your body as well. So stop optimizing for 8 hours of sleep when you haven't gotten any fucking results yet. I want you guys to compete with me. I want you guys to get on my level and challenge me to be better. Because if I had myself sitting in front of this camera spitting game like this when I first started my journey, holy fuck would I be so much farther ahead than I am right now. I would be shitting on everyone because I'm not that smart of a guy. A lot of you are probably a lot smarter than me. I have to make the same mistakes over and over and over again until I figure it out, which is why I make these videos for the younger version of me. When I'm screaming at the camera like this, I'm not yelling at you. I'm imagining the younger version of me sitting on the other side of this camera because he would stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning playing video games, jerking off under the covers after hitting a blinker off of his fucking dab pen, and then sleeping in till 11 and being like, oh, I got my 8 hours of sleep in. Like, holy fuck was I retarded. But the reason I'm making all these points is because they all correlate back to the main one, which is that you're focusing on everything and anything that takes your mind off of doing the actual work. What are the most optimal shoes for squatting in the gym? Oh, I gotta get the new update on my Apple Watch. Shut the fuck up. Go to the gym every single day and do at least 30 minutes of cardio. Lift at least 3 times a week and train your dick and balls off. And then come home, eat a lot of protein with some complex carbs, have lemon and salt water first thing in the morning to spike your metabolism, and have your pre-workout meal no longer than 2 hours before you train so you can have enough glycogen in your muscles so that you can have enough energy, get a good pump, and progressive overload your weights every single week. It's not fucking rocket science, guys. And it all starts with having a non-negotiable wake-up time. I don't give a fuck if you feel burnout after a week of applying this. The reason you feel burnout is because you're thinking about the wrong shit. You think that one day you're going to reach this magical place where all of a sudden it's going to get easier for you. I used to think the same thing. I used to think that if I put in enough work, I'm going to get to this magical la-la land where I get to relax for the rest of my life and I'm going to have some passive income that makes me money while I sleep. But that's not how it fucking works. We are sculpting men that are capable of putting in the same amount of effort every single day and continuously improving at putting in more effort every single day without losing enthusiasm. It's not about decreasing the amount of effort that you can do and seeing how little you can get away with the most amount of return. We're not fucking women. And you know, the funny thing is, there are so many people that are pissed off right now and have probably already clicked off the video after leaving their little fucking hate comments, but it's because they know that I'm right. And they are the people that will never get better. Because if you can't take responsibility for your own shortcomings, this video and this channel is just not for you. And I'm going to politely ask you to leave. Because I am looking for people that actually want to improve. I make these videos for my younger self, and I want to help as many of you as I possibly can. But when the most common question that I get since waking up at 5:25 is, what time do you go to bed? It doesn't fucking matter what time I go to bed. You missed the fucking point. I go to bed when the work is fucking finished. The point of this video is stop optimizing for everything when you don't have any results to show for it yet. Now, don't get me wrong. If you can go to bed at 9 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. every single solitary morning, congratulations. You're going to be even more of a fucking machine. But if you can't go to bed at 9 p.m. one night because something happens in your life and the first thing that you immediately go to is, oh, I guess I have to move my wake up time back to get my 8 hours of sleep. That's not how it fucking works. You're breaking the contract that you signed with yourself. It is literally this simple. Have a 3 to 5 step morning routine that takes you no longer than 30 minutes to complete, that puts you in an elevated state when you exit it, no matter how you feel when you enter it. Because when I wake up in the morning, I'm the most negative fucking person in the world. But after I go through my morning process and then after I complete my morning cardio, I am ready to attack everything and anything that stands in my way. And it's the reason that I record these videos right after my morning cardio, because I'm in the highest possible state that I can bring to you. That's how I've been able to make so much progress and be so consistent over the last year. Because no matter what other shit goes on in my life, I'll be at 1 million subscribers, which is one of my long-term goals, and I'm still going to talk the exact same way, still wake up at the exact same time, if not earlier by that point. And I'm still not going to hold anything back in these videos, no matter what anyone says, because I'm not trying to optimize for going viral or getting monetization. I'm optimizing for fucking value, because the more people that I get to help and the more of you that comment in my comment section that tell me that I changed your life, the more positive energy is going to flow back to me, which is going to result in me getting more fulfillment in my life. We are entering the 4th month of 2025, and you're still worried about how many fucking hours of sleep you're getting? How many goals have you fucking achieved? It's been 4 fucking months, and you're still getting your training and nutrition advice from Jeff Nippert on TikTok? Of course you're not making any fucking progress, because you're not willing to make an investment into your future self. It blows my mind when people ask me questions about their goals, but they don't even have the balls to make an investment in themselves. Click the second link in my description to book a call with me, possibly work with me for 3 to 6 months, get a personalized training and nutrition program, 24/7 access to my personal contact info, and completely change your life. I've had some amazing clients who always show up prepared to every single one of the calls, and they are the ones that make the most progress. But the ones who show up unprepared, and I'm like, what's your daily protein like? What's your daily calorie intake like? What are you doing to currently achieve your goals? And they're like, well, I think it's about, bro, you're worried about fucking 8 hours of sleep and you're not even tracking your progress? Every single one of you guys watching this video right now have so much fucking potential. And the reason I say such a broad statement like that is because if you've made it to this point in the video without clicking off or getting offended, you think like me. You can handle criticism. You can handle being talked to like a fucking man without getting offended like some of these pussy ass bitches out here. Because shame is the greatest motivator for men. And the ones out here who have already clicked off the video after leaving their little fucking hate comments are just exposing their own insecurities. Because whenever someone talked to me like this and fucking yelled at me to get my shit together, it actually worked. Because I looked at that and I was like, damn, he's right. But the lesson to extract from this video is that you guys are focusing on the wrong shit. You need to destroy the frame of mind that you need 8 hours of sleep. And you need to set a non-negotiable wake-up time, preferably before 6 a.m. so you can get the work done that you need to do without any distractions from the outside world. And then follow that non-negotiable wake-up time with a 3 to 5 step morning routine that you follow every single solitary morning that puts you in an elevated state of mind when you exit that routine. And that, my friend, is when you will actually begin to see growth and improvement in your life. I promise you. But thank you, boys, for watching. I love each and every single one of you. And remember, success is not the best revenge. I'm fucking losing my voice. It's the only revenge. And get the fuck after it.